Yes, yes, yes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Black love, black love, black love to you all. To those who are listening on this, the GMS Live Radio Guyana and the GMS Live Voice of Democracy live streaming here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you all. We just hear the voice of Chronics on the GMS Live Radio Guyana. To those who are listening, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon to you all. And to those who are now joining, uh, good afternoon to you all. Oh, hold on a minute, just a minute. Okay, yes. So, good afternoon to you all. Black love to you. Yes, black love t shirt, just to show you that I am I am wearing one of the t-shirts, bold and proud, black love to you. All the t-shirts are now available. Now we have it in different colors. I want to make sure that to those who are listening, this is Dr. Matthews on the GMS Live. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon to those who are now listening. And yes, 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 good afternoon to you all. I am going to play you some of the information that is available before I go on tonight. So I'm going to drop with you one of my best selections so you can be able to understand what's going on. Good afternoon to you all. Yes. So let me continue to play what I need to play, and then I'll come back with you in just a minute.
Many countries has America invaded since the Second World War? Many countries has America invaded since the Second World War? America has been in 19 wars since World War II. The death toll from modern American wars killed in the name of freedom is over 20 million and counting. They have overthrown 36 governments, attempted to assassinate over 50 foreign leaders, and dropped bombs on people in over 30 countries. Syria was the latest of 14 countries in the Islamic world that US forces have invaded, occupied, or bombed. But you believe your American media when they say Putin is a crazy warmongering dictator. Is your self-righteous indignation based on an understanding of basic history, or just triggered by the next new bandwagon that is trending on mainstream media? 90% of these deaths are ordinary men, women, and children. They started the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War. In the last 60 years or so, the list of countries the US invaded includes Bosnia, Cambodia, the Congo, Cuba, El Salvador, Guatemala, Indonesia. There's been wars in Iraq, wars in Afghanistan, wars in Syria, Central America. They are the global bullies, destroying any country in the name of democracy and human rights. But the intention has always been to strip the nation of its resources and enrich their military-industrial complex. Now, what about Britain? Did you know that there are only 22 countries in the world that the UK have not invaded or helped in starting a war? The hypocrisy of the West is an abomination. Where was the sanctimonious outrage when Israeli armed forces bombed and shot Palestinian children armed with nothing but stones? Where was the sense of injustice when George Bush and Tony Blair invaded Iraq? Even after the UN weapons inspector Hans Blix visited Iraq and confirmed that there were no weapons of mass destruction. What a coincidence that Mr. Blix was found dead from suicide. Do any of you actually know Ukraine is not even a sovereign country? The state of Ukraine does not exist. If people just stopped and educated themselves before flinging themselves into a frenzy of indignant theatrics all over social media, they would discover that in 2014, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon stated that since December 1991, Ukraine has not registered its borders as an independent country. Ukraine is still under the territory of Russia, and everything that happens in this area is in fact an internal matter of Russia. And as far as Putin is concerned, there is no invasion. But now suddenly you're all Ukrainian. You all stand with George Soros, Hillary Clinton, and Marina Abramovich. Everyone is so used to instant news, like instant coffee and instant noodles or instant text messages, you don't have the patience to step back, to query the historical context of present day events, to educate yourself on an intricate and complicated ancient conflict. So my question is, when everyone starts shouting on the rooftops that today they stand with Ukraine, do they realize that they're actually standing with Russia?
Okay. We just had a brief history about what is going on in and around the world, our world, to those who are listening and to those who are still listening. Good afternoon. Good evening to you all, to those who are still listening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I think